Good afternoon. It is Barbara, the East Coast Dragon Lady, coming to you on a Saturday afternoon. Wow, Christmas has been and gone, so I hope everybody had a fabulous Christmas and you didn't overindulge too much, or if you did, you had time off. I took a few days off my job this week, and I'm going to do the same next week. I'm going to work Monday and Tuesday, and then have the rest of next week off as well. So it's sort of been a little bit of a break for me, which is always good. So yeah, my dog's going to bark because there's somebody else here, and I thought I'd just sneak in this. So if you've been following me on my Facebook page or on Instagram, I've been posting the Chakra Dragons messages. So I'm going to try again. A little break there. The dog decided somebody come to visit my son, and of course now the dog wants to bark, of course. So yeah, if you've been following me on my Facebook and on Instagram, this year I'm going to try, or this coming year, I'm going to try and post more on Instagram as well. And I know a lot of people are moving away from Facebook, which I find is interesting. But anyway, I've been posting. The Chakra Dragons have been working with me. And I think I've mentioned before that they've actually, I don't know, so much is like when the dragons start deciding things need to move or what they want me to do, get myself moving. So I have to say that I'm now over a week of doing regular daily exercise, literally shaking up my chakra system, either going for a walk when I can, when it's not too cold, doing some walk at home things, focusing in on my chakras, and they've been giving me lots of, so overall I have my one main chakra dragon that also works with me with the Akashic Records. And then I've been going in and meeting my chakra dragons, and I've been posting information. I've called it a taster. The dragons are telling me that I need to run at least two. They're telling me I need over 2 days. They're saying it's 2 classes of introducing chakra dragons, and then the next class would be going in and working on those. Grief is coming up. So many of you are telling me, yes, I need to work on grief. So I think grief will be the major theme. But then, once you've connected with your chakra dragons, you can actually work on other things. But we can talk about that. So that's what I'm going to be working on. And these are literally tasters. And as you know, I'm a channel. So who knows, a lot of it will be channeled messages as well. But that's my plan. I'm putting that together as we speak. There's also a couple of other things that the dragon, and my dragons are very prescriptive. I've said this before. I actually said saying they're prescriptive is better than saying they're bossy. But they're very focused. And what is really interesting and exciting is that somebody else has also had similar messages. So as I've been working on chakra systems, learning more, because there's always more to learn. I mentioned this, I think, last week, that when I got to my crown chakra, it was like there's so much more that I'm hearing now. There's so much more beyond our crown chakra that we haven't really delved into. And when I was on my walk yesterday, I'm now walking without listening to anything, because it's either I'm going to walk in silence and see what comes through. So towards the end of my walk, of course, they started talking to me about the chakras above our head. Now, some of them I knew, some of them I didn't. So I came back, and of course I have to Google these things. So what I heard was, I remember a while ago learning about the causal chakra, which is at the back of our head, which is sort of that galactic connection. But I kept hearing there was a galactic chakra. And when I looked up the other chakras, and it depends where you look, but there was definitely where are we going here? So Earth Star Chakra below our feet is the one. We don't talk about that very often. I think that's going to be important, and I'll explain why in a minute. But, the Earth Star Chakra is below our feet. I was also getting messages about minor chakras. And again, I've just been looking at, there's 21 minor chakras, which are sort of throughout our body, which feed our main chakras. So they're the ones that I think once we have done the 7 main chakras and talked about those, and the Earth Star chakra and the causal chakra, there's a soul chakra, a universal chakra, galactic chakra, and then the divine. So we're going out, 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 out. I don't think people talk about them very much. And portals have come up for me, and I'm not going to say who it is yet because we will talk about it together. But we're going to be having conversations after the beginning of the year. But portals, I've been seeing either portals. What I've been seeing is down the front of us are portals. So we've got our chakras, but portals as well. Some people refer to chakras as portals, but I think it's both. So for me, it's fascinating because I've sort of steered away from chakras, and here I am with the dragons, and now coming in and let's work on. And the reason, I said this before, and you're going to hear me say it a lot, the reason that they want me to do this work and to bring it out into the world is because we often, we all get frustrated that we haven't cleared things, that, why am I still stuck? Why am I still stuck? And this is the reason. So that's going to be my mission for 2025, is not only getting unstuck, as I do the work, is to do the work with all of you and to have some classes on that. So I'm not usually one to, if I'm told something, I want to do it. They do want me to do a little bit more. They want me to, and I've always done this, I have to do the work to be able to teach it. So this is going to be a personal journey if you join me. It's going to be my personal journey, your personal journey, but we're going to go and learn about this. Some of the stuff I know, some of it is going to be just being channeled to me. And I think this is going to be like, and so what I was going to say, why the Earth Star chakra and going up here is so important is next year is when Chinese New Year happens, it's the year of the snake. And that's Kundalini energy. And something I was reading was saying that you can't release, or the Kundalini has to be released before you can access these higher chakras. So this is perfect for 2025, right? Let's release the Kundalini. And then in turn, that's going to allow us that once Kundalini is released, that energy through our system, we can go out. Nothing will hold us back, was what I read. And it's what I'm hearing now. They're saying, release your Kundalini, stars are the limit. Like we can go out, 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 out. So that's exciting for 2025. Some of you probably know this. Some of you may not. See, here I am. See, I noticed I do this. These are minor chakras. So there's 21 minor chakras. So I want to talk about those as well. So the more I think about it, it's like 2 classes. Now maybe it's 3. Now it's 4. Now maybe we have to go into every chakra. So I'll see what the interest is. If you're interested, I know a couple of you have said, oh, I'll be interested if you're going to do grief. I think there's going to be more stuff coming up. But let's keep it open. Let's keep it flowing both ways because that's how I like to work. And this is me revving up for 2025. A couple of weeks ago, I would have said, 2025, I'm just going to go into it, see what happens. The dragons have been behind me. I have a funny story to tell you in a minute. The dragons have been behind me like they do this time of year, which is like get me enthusiastic. And a lot of that has come from, rather than just sitting on my butt and going, oh, it's cold, it's the winter, is they were like, get up and move, get up and move. And as I said, for many years, I've moved my body. I've kept my, everything flowing within me. And I was slipping back like we all do. I'm not beating myself up about it. I slipped and now it's time to get back on. So, I'm looking at my diet. I'm addressing that. I need to get a few more pounds off. When I was doing the heart chakra today, it reminded me as well of, an episode I had where we thought there was something really going on that wasn't good in my heart. I had a cardiac catheterization because everybody was convinced that I had completely blocked arteries. And when they woke me up, they said, your heart's fine. We don't know why you've got these symptoms. And it was that physical manifestation of that stuck energy in my heart. And I've talked about this before, but I've just wrote it as well, that we have windows and doors in our heart, and they need to be opened, fully open, burst open. And I put a little thing in today's Facebook page from my chakra dragon, whose name's Lainey, it's very easy. The dragons will do it. You look into their eyes, and then you get this intense flow of energy from them. And they told me that looking into their eyes is looking into our dragon soul. So look into their eyes, and you're looking into the dragon soul. So again, I love this stuff. It's exciting. It's what gets me like, wow, there's some stuff that I guess I've been building up the last couple of years about doing some work with like putting out in the community. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So stay tuned. More to come soon. I did, while I was waiting for a few other things, I pulled some cards. I was told just pull them to the end of the year. So I pulled cards for Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Interesting energy, because the one I pulled, I'll talk about that in a minute. Oh, so what I was going to tell you about the dragons. So it's cold here. Like the air is very cold. So I was out for a walk, and there's a hill that is my challenge. It's several hills. It sort of goes up and then it goes up again. I mean, it's a challenge because of my lower back issues. It's a challenge for my breathing. And I'm like, I can do this, I can do it. And I kept stopping. And I was like, oh my goodness, is this my age? And then I went a bit further and I was out of breath. And I'm like, oh. So in the end, I'm like, well, which dragon do I need? And I'm like, wind dragon, where are you? And as you know, the wind dragon has shown up many, many times in the past few weeks. All I needed was something behind me to push me. And then I'm like, well, that's not working. I'm like, oh, I need the air dragon, because I need the air in me to push me. So between the wind dragon pushing behind me and the air dragon literally coming in and replenishing me with the air, I eventually achieved it. I mean, this was something I was doing regularly, and I haven't been doing it regularly. So, if you don't do it regularly, that's what happens. But that was what I'm going to tell you about the wind dragon. So today's cards, 22 archangels and keepers of the light. So Orion is today's card for Saturday. Manifestation vortex. Focus your energy with unwavering faith to manifest the outcome you require. Interesting. And then Freya. Phases and cycles. There is the beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. So this is the last few days coming up. Well, we've got Monday is the solstice, right? Solstice. I'm a bit out of, but certainly. So that's why she's here, right? Phases and cycles. They're a beginning within ending. So as we're ending the year, the new, as I just said, for me, as the ending comes, there's new energy coming in. Interesting. Sunday, Raphael, clarity of vision. Be willing to see things differently, to initiate healing and experience wholeness. So clarity of vision. And Joan of Arc, voice of truth. So the truth, this has been a theme as well, of truth coming through, speaking our truth, living our truth, being in our truth. And for us in the United States, we need this moving forward. We need to speak our truth. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. So, couldn't say it better, Joan of Arc. Monday, clarity. Charity, pillar of service. serve with gracious heart, and know God is serving you. And then Melchizedek, whoa, so he's going to go flying. Melchizedek, I just discovered that Melchizedek is has been one of my guides with me for my lifetime. Higher learning. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further progress. So I've been getting these messages a lot. So charity, I talked about being, doing this work for community, and then Melchizedek, higher learning. That's probably why he's been with me, right? To make sure that I keep elevating my learning. And then for Tuesday, Raziel, inner workings. There are hidden truths below the surface. Dig deep. It's a lot about truth again. Truth. And then Lady Portia, divine order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. So I think that is, again, that can be for individuals, but I think it can also be for us in the United States as we move in 2025. And then I asked the dragons, is there one card to bring this all together? And guess what? The Earth Dragon. I love this card. It's all the colors you can think of. The dragons chose the color. It's the same at the back. It's this beautiful green, which I love this green. And it's to ground us. And I think that is what we need. Certainly as we come to the end of this year, we need to remember moving into 2025 that we need to keep our feet firmly on the ground, and we need to be able. The deeper you ground yourself, you've heard me say this before, but this is important for certainly the first half of next year. They're telling me that we need to be firmly planted, and that's putting roots down, deep roots. Wrap them around the rocks, keep yourself firmly grounded, use discernment. I'm hearing the word discernment. Be careful what you listen to. Listen to your heart first. Always listen with your heart is the message I'm getting. So interesting. I wasn't expecting to get messages at the end of the year. So ground ourselves, stay in our heart, and go higher. That's what I'm hearing, is we need, especially light workers, we need to be grounded in our hearts and to go higher. So accessing higher power, accessing our brothers and sisters in the galaxies, accessing the dragons, the galactic dragons. We've got, the Earth dragons, we've got the galactic dragons. Most of my work is done with collectives of dragons. The chakra dragons right now are up and center. There is another group. They always seem to come in groups that are coming in for 2025. They're saying that they're going to be hovering out there. They've actually arrived. They're out just waiting. Well, they're saying they're waiting in the wings. These are also our galactic brothers and sisters. It could be it's a time that the galactic realms are watching Earth. So, interesting. I hope everybody has a good rest of the weekend. If you're off until New Year, have fun. And next time, I should probably jump on January 1st. That's what I was told. Just do these up till January 1st, and then I'll be on Wednesday, and we'll talk about the upcoming year. So again, exciting things are going to happen this year. It's 2025, I believe, is a completion number. It's a completion year for me, so that's going to be interesting. So have a good weekend. I'll talk soon.